If you're thinking about moving to Fairfield County, Connecticut, the hardest decision you'll make isn't which house to buy, it's which town to live in. Now, these towns sit right next to each other on a map, but the way they actually feel, their lifestyle, their vibe, what their commute looks like, how much land you get for your money, the school system, and whether you can walk to a coffee shop or if you're in your car for 15 minutes to get milk, changes dramatically from one town line to the next. So in this video, first I'll orient you to the county itself, because once you see the layout, it makes a little more sense. Then I'll give you the 4 questions that actually decide where you should look. Then I'll do a town by town comparison. Now, Fairfield County has 23 towns, so I'm certainly not going to cover all of those towns, but I will cover lower Fairfield County. And at the end, I'll tell you the one mistake I watch relocating buyers make over and over again, so you don't make that same mistake. I'm Jennifer Lockwood. I'm a realtor here in Fairfield County, Connecticut, and I lived here my entire life. I've raised my family here, and I'm in these towns every single week. I can give you local information about each area that may help you in your home search. I also have a relocation guide, and I will put that link pinned to the comments below. So here's the big picture of Fairfield County. It sits on the northwest corner of Connecticut, hugging the coastline of Long Island Sound, and the western edge is about an hour from Midtown Manhattan. That proximity to New York City is the whole reason this county developed the way that it did, and that's why so many people that I work with that are coming from the city are looking for more room to breathe. The most useful way to picture the county is 2 bands. The first band runs right along the water and the shoreline and the train line. These are your coastal commuter towns, train station, walkable downtowns, beach access, and the top of the price range because you're actually paying for location and convenience in these towns. The second band sits just inland and is to the north. As you move away from the water in the train, the lots get bigger, you trade sidewalks for stone walls and trees, and a lot of homes switch from public water and sewer to well and septic, and your dollar generally stretches further in many of these towns. Same beautiful county, but completely different daily life. Almost everything about choosing a town comes down to where you want to land between these 2 bands. I want to give you these 4 questions that decide really everything. Almost every relocation mistake I see comes from shopping for a house before actually answering these questions. So first, your commute. The single biggest divider in this county is whether the town sits on the Metro North line or not. Some of these towns have a train station you can walk to. Others don't have a train station at all, which means you're driving to one. That one fact reshapes your entire weekday. So be honest with yourself how often you will actually go to the city. Second is land. How much space do you want around you? Some of these towns are built in 1 and 2 acre zoning with wells and septic and long driveways. Others have walkable neighborhoods where you can see your neighbor's porch. Neither is better, they're just different lives. Third is lifestyle. Do you want a downtown you can walk to for dinner, or are you happiest at the end of a quiet road with trees and no traffic at all? And then finally, your budget, but your real budget. 2 towns can have a similar home price and a very different local cost because property tax here are defined by mill rates and they vary from town to town. So always look at the net monthly number, not just the sticker price. Keep those 4 questions in mind and let's get into the towns themselves. So we will start with the coastal commuter towns. We are kicking things off in the far western edge of the county with Greenwich. This is the closest town to New York City and it sits right at the top of our local market and the most expensive in the county. If you love a vibrant, upscale lifestyle, Greenwich Avenue is the ultimate hub for high-end shopping and incredible dining. For commuters, you have a direct train into Manhattan that gets you into Grand Central in under an hour, with express trains clocking in around 45 minutes. The current median price for single-family homes across the entire town is $2.5 million. So, however, it is worth noting that if you're looking specifically at homes right on the water or tucked away in exclusive backcountry, these properties command an even higher premium, well above the town-wide average. If you want that Greenwich lifestyle without single-family maintenance, the town also has a massive variety of condo options closer to downtown, which currently hold a median sale price right about $1.2 million. Moving right along to the next town, we have Stamford, which is honestly the closest thing we have to a true city in this county. It offers a really unique mix of environments. You have a vibrant, walkable downtown packed with restaurants and nightlife, along with massive selection of modern condos and apartments, yet you can still find suburban single-family neighborhoods. It is also a major transit hub, which is a huge draw. So if you're commuting, the express train to Grand Central is incredibly efficient, often taking you from door to door in only about 45 to 50 minutes. Now, when it comes to pricing, it really highlights that relative value compared to some of the other coastal towns. The median sale price for a single-family home is currently at $875,000, and if you're looking for a condo in this market, the median price drops down to a very approachable $450,000. Now, if you want a specific blend of urban energy and strong value with a fast train, Stamford is absolutely worth a look. Next up is Darien, which is a massive favorite for anyone looking for a tight-knit coastal suburban community. The lifestyle here is heavily centered around the town's gorgeous beaches, along with beautifully revitalized downtown area that has added a ton of new restaurants and boutiques. For the New York City commute, you have 2 dedicated train lines right in town, with a faster express train getting you into Grand Central in roughly 45 to 55 minutes. Now, price-wise, Darien is a premium market that sits right up there with Greenwich. The average single-family home value is tracking around $2.4 million. Inventory here moves incredibly fast. So if you are targeting Darien for its top-tier schools and the unbeatable coastal proximity, you will want to be ready to move quickly. Darien has the lowest month supply of inventory as I'm recording this video in June of 2026, and it is at only 1.4 months. So next up we have Norwalk, and this stands out because it offers the absolute widest range of lifestyle and housing options on our coastline. You have incredible waterfront vibe and a buzzing restaurant scene in Sono, along a massive selection of properties that range all the way from sleek modern condos to quiet traditional single-family neighborhoods. The biggest selling point for a lot of buyers is that Norwalk provides genuine entry points into the coastal Fairfield County market that you simply cannot find in just a few towns over. You get incredible diversity in neighborhood styles, whether you want a beachy feel in East Norwalk, a historic vibe, or a suburban retreat. Now, the median sale price in June was $795,000 for a single-family home, and the commute into Manhattan, you are looking at a very manageable ride. Depending on whether you're using the South Norwalk or the East Norwalk stations, a standard direct train gets you into Grand Central in about an hour and 15 minutes. So if you're looking for a coastal town that offers the perfect blend of true lifestyle flexibility, a great food culture, and practical accessibility, Norwalk is a phenomenal place to look. And if you want the true coastal lifestyle within Norwalk, there is a neighborhood worth knowing about, and that is Rowayton. It is a small coastal village right on the water where 5 Mile River meets the Sound, and it has a character all its own. You have a walkable little village center with shops and restaurants, a real boating and sailing culture, and one detail a lot of people miss. Rowayton has its own Metro North station right in the village, so you keep that direct line right into the city. It sits at a much higher price point than Norwalk overall. It is at $2.1 million, so think of that as the premium waterfront village pocket of this town. Next up the line is Westport, which is an absolute powerhouse as a coastal town if you're looking for a vibrant, highly cultural community. The lifestyle here is top tier, centered around the beautiful Campo Beach, the scenic Saugatuck River, and the lively downtown shopping district right along Main Street that rivals really any high-end retail strip. For New York City commuters, it's incredibly convenient. They have 2 train stations. A direct train into Grand Central takes about 70 minutes on average, but if you catch one of the morning express trains, you can cut that commute down to an hour. Now, when it comes to the real estate market, Westport carries a major premium with a median sale price for single-family homes at $2.2 million. In fact, the $2 million mark recently became a baseline threshold for turnkey, move-in ready family homes here. Inventory stays exceptionally tight and homes move fast, so it's a highly competitive market for anyone looking to secure the perfect blend of top-rated schools, art culture, and coastal luxury. You're paying for the coastal location, the walkability, and the downtown all in one place. And finally, on the coastline is Fairfield, which is an absolute standout because it is a town that truly offers a little bit of everything. I've done previous videos on many of these towns, but specifically Fairfield. I'll put the link below. I did a video about what it is like to live in Fairfield. And the lifestyle here is pretty fantastic, giving you a vibrant, walkable downtown packed with local boutiques and restaurants, 2 universities that bring great energy, and multiple public beaches to enjoy. One of the biggest selling points for Fairfield is the commute. Unlike many towns, they actually have 3 separate train stations, making it incredibly convenient no matter where you live. A direct express train from the main stations you will get into Grand Central in about 75 to 80 minutes, which is highly manageable for a hybrid or full-time city schedule. What makes Fairfield so unique from a real estate perspective is that the price point varies massively depending on which neighborhood you're in. It is a market that can accommodate a wide range of buyers because the inventory is so diverse. For example, you can find great entry-level options and charming historic homes in areas like Stratfield or right in the center of town. However, if you're looking for coastal locations, especially right along Fairfield Beach or over in the exclusive enclave of Southport, properties command an immense premium, often scaling well into the multi-million dollars. It is the perfect spot to look if you want top-tier schools and a true New England coastal lifestyle, with the flexibility to find a neighborhood that matches your exact budget. What I find about Fairfield, it is the last town on the coastline people will buy if they're commuting into the city, because beyond Fairfield, the commute just gets too long. Now let's talk about a few inland northern towns. Now, many of these towns are a little bit different because they're more rural. So what that means is you will not have city sewer and city water. You tend to have wells and septics in these homes. So let's first start with New Canaan, which shares an ultra premium luxury designation with Greenwich and Darien, but it brings an entirely different vibe to the table because it is tucked slightly inland. The lifestyle here is centered around Elm Street, which is widely considered one of the most quintessential picture-perfect downtown New England villages you will ever find, packed with incredible boutiques and high-end dining. Commuting from New Canaan is really unique because it sits on its own dedicated train branch. The ride to Grand Central typically takes 65 to 70 minutes. It is a bit longer than the coastal neighbors, but the trade-off is a highly exclusive, village-centric atmosphere that residents absolutely adore. Plus, they have top-tier schools. When it comes to the real estate market, New Canaan is incredibly strong. The median sale price for single-family homes routinely tracks around $2.7 million. Inventories remain exceptionally tight in this town, meaning it is highly competitive and properties often move fast. Next up, we have Wilton, which is the perfect option if you love quintessential winding road New England feel, but still want a highly sophisticated community with top-tier schools. Since it sits just north of Norwalk, it is a bit more inland, meaning the lifestyle here trades the immediate coastline for gorgeous rolling hills, historic stone walls, and beautiful walkable town center packed with local shops and restaurants. For the commute into the city, you're located on the Danbury train branch, which offers direct trains during peak hours for quick transfer to the South Norwalk station. A typical ride to Grand Central Terminal runs about 75 to 85 minutes, making it a very comfortable option for hybrid professionals who need to head into the city a few days a week. When it comes to real estate, it is primarily dominated by single-family homes, but there's also some fantastic townhouses and condo options right near the town center. The median sale price for single-family homes currently sits around $1.4 million in Wilton, making it a great value for the amount of space that you're going to get, privacy, and the top-tier schools that you get in return. It is an absolute must-look if you want a relaxed, peaceful retreat with a true sense of community. Next up is Weston, which is an absolute dream if your main priorities are privacy, space, and a beautifully quiet wooded setting and top-tier schools. Because Weston has strict zoning laws, you generally will not find any commercial development or condos here. Instead, the lifestyle is all about gorgeous single-family homes on generous multi-acre lots surrounded by nature. The most unique part about choosing Weston is that you get the best of both worlds when it comes to perks. While you're paying Weston property taxes and enjoying the incredible peace and quiet, Weston residents actually have the unique ability to utilize a lot of the neighboring Westport amenities. That means you get access to Westport's spectacular beaches and the recreational facilities, giving you a coastal lifestyle on the weekends without the shoreline price tag. Weston's single-family homes range around $1.4 million currently. It is the perfect option if you want top-tier schools, massive acreage, and a peaceful escape while still keeping a foot in the vibrant coastal scene next door. Finally, let's talk about Easton, a town that many people don't discover until they start looking seriously at Fairfield County. If you're looking for also very similar to Weston, there's a privacy, space, more rural lifestyle. Easton's pretty hard to beat when it comes to that. What makes Easton unique, it is almost entirely residential. There are no commercial centers, no condo complexes, not even a traffic light downtown. I did a previous video on what it's like to live in Easton. I will put that link below if you want more information on the town. But here you'll find windy country roads, historic stone walls, many local farms, open space, and reservoirs that preserve the town's character. Easton is also well known for its schools. It only has one elementary, one middle school, and they share the regional high school with the town next door, Reading. Now for commuters, Easton doesn't have its own train station, but most residents take about a 10 to 15 ride to the Fairfield train stations to hop the train into the city. And from a real estate perspective, most homes sit on 1 to 3 acres, giving the buyers the space and privacy I talked about, and the average median sale price currently is $1.1 million. Now let's go on to the mistake that I watch relocating buyers make, and I want to save you from that mistake. They see a beautiful listing online, they drive up on a Saturday, they make an offer because this market has been so fast, and then 3 months later realize the commute is brutal, or the town doesn't have a downtown they wanted, or they paid coastal prices for a life they could have had with more land further inland. The fix is pretty simple. You really have to choose your town first, using the 4 questions of commute, land, lifestyle, and budget. Pick 2 or 3 towns, then go look at houses. And you do it in that order, and the right home almost always finds you. Hopefully this gives you a better sense of how these Fairfield County towns compare and which one might fit your lifestyle best. The truth is, most people call me before they ever choose a house because figuring out the right town is usually the hardest part of a move. I'm Jennifer Lockwood, a Fairfield County native and local realtor. So if you're thinking about moving to the area and want help narrowing down these towns, understanding the market, or creating a plan for a move, feel free to reach out to me. My contact information is below and on the screen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.